and on we'll go through the wastelands.
Hey guys, Alex here, AG Automotive. And here today we've got the 2023 Volkswagen Amarok, and this is the style model. So let's have a look. Alright, before we get into the video, just want to do a shout out to Central Coast Volkswagen, who were nice enough to let me have a look at this today, and I'll leave their contact details down below. And if you are after a Amarok or any of the Volkswagen range, please go and see them and let them know that Alex from AG Automotive sent you, and they will look after you. So at the front here, it's all new, you've got a nice stylish grille, the silver and black trim there. You've got the VW badge with the front camera, as this has 360 cameras. You do have the LED daytime running lights as well as the matrix headlights in there. And you've got the driving lights along with the parking sensors and a little bit of silver trim to finish it off. So what are your first thoughts on the Amarok? I actually quite like the shape. I think the Amarok looks really stylish from the original model. So the wheels on the Amarok are 18-inch wheels, and they've got a sort of a fan blade design. You've got the silver and black trim, and I think they suit the car very, very nicely. Now you do have the camera there on the mirror, as well as a chrome mirror cover. You've got the side steps there, sort of black with silver. And then we'll come to the rear. Now I just want to have a look at this sports bar. These sports bars get better and better each time they make them. I like the chrome looking sports bar, and I like it how it runs down the entire part of the body of the tray. Now, sometimes that could be a hindrance if you need to get something out of the side, but other than that, I think it looks good. It's nice for looks anyway. So around the back here, you've got the Volkswagen badge there along with a reverse camera. You've got the Amarok embossed in the back tailgate along with V6, and you've also got 4Motion there as well. Now, you do have this black and silver bumper there, and you've got the tow bar, which can tow 3.5 tons. Now, I'll just open the back up. It's quite light, actually, the back tailgate. As you can see, it's very, very light to lift up. That's because it has a torsion bar in there, and you can fit an Australian pallet in the back of one of these. Again, really, really nice. You've got some lighting on the side there, and there is a 12-volt plug in there, as well as some tie-down points throughout the tray. And lifting the tray is very, very light. All right, let's go and have a look inside. All right. So we're just in the Amarok, and first impressions is it's got this luxurious feel being in here, and this is only the mid-spec one. So things like the suede and leather bucket seats, to the soft touch dash all the way, and the soft touch armrest, to the wood grain trim around the gear selector and also above the glove box. Now to the right of the steering wheel, you've got your headlight and illumination controls, and you've also got a light for the tray as well. Steering wheel is full leather, nice to hold, and you've got your cruise control on the left and your menu controls on the right. Behind that, your indicator on the left stalk and your auto wipers on the right. So the dash, now you've got analog, speedo and tacho, along with this screen in the middle with a whole bunch of menus there, and I'll just run through a couple of them. Things like your trip computers there, your fuel economy, your safety assistant, your off-road status, pitch roll, power distribution, things like that. You do have your towing status. You've also got oil, and then there's a whole heap of settings there. You have got the navigation there as well. It comes up, as well as your phone and what audio you are currently listening to. We'll come to the media center now. Again, nice and big, very similar layout to the Ford Ranger in that has a big screen as well. However, the interface is slightly different. Now, we'll just go through a few things. You do have this vehicle button here, and this pretty much you can go into, there's so many settings in this. So you've got settings for things like your vehicle, sound radio, your driver assistance, and things like that. There is so much to go into. I'd be here all day. You do get FM, AM, and digital radio stations, as well as phone. You've got Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, and Bluetooth as well as your navigation. I'll just show you that now. And a nice big screen and easy to operate. Now you've got your media from either a Bluetooth device, or you can have a USB. And then you've got your Android Auto and Apple CarPlay apps there, should you wish. Now further down, you do have your climate control buttons there, and it's all touch screen, so very, very, again, easy to operate. And further down from there, you do get a few shortcut buttons. You've got your hazard light, you've got my favorite, the volume knob. You've also got a parking assist button, you've got the climate control button, you do have your driver assistance button, which has all the drop down menus there, and you've got your mode for different driving modes, so like normal, eco, tow, haul, slippery, mud ruts, or snow and sand. So below that, you do have your trailer control, along with your USB, 2 USBs and a 12 volt plug, along with a wireless phone charger. Again, I quite like them. And then the gear selector, it's very similar to the Ford Ranger one. You got the PRND, and you can manually choose how many gears of the 10 that you would like to have. Now further back, you do have your handbrake, and you do have your four-wheel drive selector there, 2 high, 4 auto, 4 high and 4 low. And then behind there, you do have some buttons there, traction control, downhill assist, and your rear locking diff. And you got twin cup holders there with the teeth, and you got a nice soft armrest there. If we open that up, you've got a fair bit of storage space there. Alright, so we'll come over to the glove box. Now again, reasonable size. You get your books in there, plus a couple of iPads should you wish. And this one doesn't only come with one glove box, but it comes with 2. So you get another bit of storage up there, covered in some wood grain trim. Alright, let's go and have a look in the back. Alright, just in the back of the Amarok. Now, first impressions is, it's not actually too bad in here. Now, like they've continued the leather and suede, and I'm 6'1", or 185 centimeters. If you have a look, I've actually got a little bit of headroom here. Knee room isn't quite as good as I would have thought, as my knees are nearly hitting the seat in front. Leg room and foot room is pretty good though, and this seat is set up for me. Now, nice armrest there, and you do have twin cup holders, along with 2 ISOFIX spots on that side and 2 behind me. And you do get ventilation for the rear passengers, as well as a 12 volt plug. And you also get some map pockets or iPad pockets. Alright, let's go and have a look under the bonnet. Alright, just under the bonnet of the Amarok. So here we have a 3 litre turbocharged V6 diesel engine, and it produces 184 kilowatts of power and 600 newton meters of torque. And that's mated to a 10-speed automatic driving all 4 wheels. Now, VW claims this will use 8.4 litres per 100 kilometres combined, which I think is really good. All right, let's go for a drive. All right, so we're just going for a drive in the Amarok. And be sure to stay around to the end of the driving part, as we'll be doing a 0 to 100 run, see how that goes. So the vision out the front is really good straight ahead and to the passenger side. Rear vision's really good, you get a wide and deep screen there. Vision out the sides, you get good vision all the way to the back. And the mirrors are big, square and wide, but you get a good field of vision out of them as well. Now it's very comfortable. These bucket seats are really, really comfy. So we're just going along a stretch of road that has got a bit of bumps on it, and the Amarok is handling it very well. Actually, it's sort of floating over the bumps. You can feel them, but they're minimalised. Steering, you know what, it's reasonably light on the lighter side. Just sort of sits flat in the corners as well. And as you can hear, the road noise, or there's not a lot of road noise. Well, he's doing about 70 k's an hour, and just cruising along. And the V6 diesel just go up a slight incline or a hill, and it just goes up with ease. We'll come into a bigger corner. Again, effortless. Just sits flat on the road. We'll come up to another corner. See how this one goes. Sort of stick it into the corner and then straight out, and away you go. So obviously comparing it to the Ford Ranger, and I'm not going to be biased because I'm in the Volkswagen, but I do feel that it feels a little bit more comfortable in the Amarok than in the Ranger, even though it shares the engine, chassis and gearbox and a few other little niggly bits as well with the Ford. I'm finding that the Amarok seems to handle this a lot nicer, and it seems to be a lot more upmarket and prestige inside, whereas the Ford feels more like a work car. Alright, just going to do a 0 to 100 run and see how we go. So let's go. Yeah, wow, it certainly has got some kick, especially from the standing start. It really gets going, guys. I'm very impressed with this. So would I have an Amarok? Yeah, I'd have one of these over a Ranger, I reckon, yeah. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Alright, thanks guys.